guys, welcome to Faith and Randomness. My name is Elizabeth, and today we're talking about a topic that is very close to my heart. Well, it's only close because, I struggled with it. Today we're talking about overcoming your fears. Yes. So, what is fear? Fear is a distressing emotion aroused by impending danger, evil, pain, whether the threat is real or imagined. So first of all, let's establish the fact that fear is an emotion. And sometimes it can be so real, that it can drive you crazy. Yeah. But, fear is a very broad topic. So today, though, I'm talking about fear, overcoming our fears in regards to dreams and visions and careers or whatever. Yeah, so I was that person, that person who's afraid of everything. Lord, almost everything made me afraid because my imagination is that crazy. I'll just sit down and be imagining negative things and imagining how maybe I could get bashed if I'm walking. It was really, it was bothering my life. And I overcame it gradually. It wasn't a one-day process, by first of all realizing that it's not that big of a deal. And once you realize that it's not a big deal, and also when you see how much it hinders you from doing a lot of things, you realize that it's really not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. Because you could be doing something else that time you're spending being afraid. Yeah. So many people aren't following their dreams or doing whatever it is they want to do because they're afraid. They're living in fear, and it might even feel real, Maybe for others it could be a fear of people. It could be a fear of the future. It could be a fear of things that happened in the past repeating themselves. But one thing you have to know is you can't live in the what ifs for so long, and you're always in the what if in the negative way. Start thinking in the what if the positive happens, and maybe the outcome won't even be exactly like you planned it, but you'll be changed as a person, and that's a win because you stepped out, you did something. Sometimes people have tried stuff and failed, and now they're afraid of trying again because they're afraid of failing. Listen, that shouldn't be the reason why you stop. Keep trying. Because every time you try something, every time you take a risk, you're changed as a person, and you learn ways of how not to do certain things. It's like the guy who did the ball. He did it so many times, but he had an attitude of a winner. He had an attitude of not giving up. Sometimes we do things, and when you start something with a mentality of giving up, you will give up the moment it doesn't work out, and you just sit back and feel like this is not for me. Well, because you said it's not for you, it won't be for you. You don't believe in yourself. Who do you want to believe in you? Nobody. If you have that dream, whatever has been placed in your heart, just do it. And when you start with the mentality of, I don't care whether it works now or not, it will work. And you keep trying and you keep improving because you have the mentality of a winner. It can be scary, yeah? Thinking of how maybe you won't succeed, thinking of how maybe this deal will fail, thinking of how maybe this taking the step of having art as what's paying for my bills, or doing music as a full-time job, or just doing anything. Maybe following that dream to be that doctor, that teacher, that nurse, or whatever you're doing. It can be scary because the future is uncertain. But then are you going to sit back just because the uncertainties in life? They will always be there. And if you let that stop you, there are a lot of things that you won't experience just because of your fear. And it's not worth it. You will never really know how gifted you are. until you step out. Fear is a barrier to a lot of things. And the unfortunate part is that it doesn't go away. It won't go away until you face it. It's that thing that you have to face. You have to overcome it. You have to show it who's boss. And like I said, it's not like it's, one day. No, it's one day at a time. You keep stepping out. I always had stage fright. Oh Lord, it was, it was crazy. I would be shivering, like I would lose all my words. But then I just made up my mind that I don't have to be perfect on that stage. It's okay to make mistakes. I'll get better. But as long as I don't keep going there, I'll always be afraid. So I started making sure whenever there's an opportunity to be on a platform, I'll be there. I'll be on that stage, making all the mistakes I have to make, shaking and still speaking. And I'm getting better. It doesn't mean that there are not, so many moments where I feel like, man, oh my God, I could have done better. Of course they're there. But I feel better about myself. I feel proud of myself. I feel encouraged as a person. Because I'm facing that fear. Fear is not worth it, trust me. It doesn't help you in any way, and it prevents you from being the best version of yourself. So, the other thing is, believe in yourself. Man, in this generation, I don't know why, but people have an issue with having people not believing in them. Look, this is your dream. This is your vision. Don't sit down and wait for people to believe in you. And most times it's because we have certain people in mind to say this person should be believing in me. We don't even know their issues. People have got issues. Maybe that person is even mad that you finally started something. Maybe they also want to start that same thing. You don't know. Maybe they're actually jealous of the fact that you're doing your thing. And they're seated there wishing they could be you. They could also step out of their fear, of their comfort zone. But that's not for everyone though. Some people just have issues as well. They have things to do. They have their own dreams to follow. They have their own things to work on. So don't base the value of your gift, of your dream, on whether people encourage you or support you or not. Just do your thing. Don't be mad at them though. Don't hold it against them. It's okay. People are just people. And most times people aren't even that, encouraging when someone is starting from the ground up, Maybe when you're getting better, when your audience is bigger, that's when they'll show up and, do their thing. It doesn't mean that it's, not encouraging though. It's encouraging to have people around you supporting you. But that shouldn't determine your value as a person or the value of your gift. Believe in yourself. Focus. Don't lose focus just because, this person is not sharing my stuff. This person doesn't share about my YouTube channel. This person doesn't share about my business. Listen. Do that business of yours and do it well. Start that channel of yours and do it well. Be the best version of yourself on your own. Whether people support you or not, be the best version of yourself. This is about you and not them. So be focused. I think that's what makes us lose focus. We start looking around and seeing people. What if people don't support me? What if they do? And even if they don't, it doesn't matter. Just start. God has an audience for everything that He's placed on your heart. It may not come at the time you want it to come, but just do the thing. Step out in faith. He's got you, really. Jesus had people around Him who didn't even believe in Him. But He didn't stop. He didn't say, first let me convince these disciples that I was really called before, I can do my thing. And I think that's one thing I've learned about Jesus in the past few days, because I've been reading the book of Mark. In no way did Jesus try to prove Himself. He just did his thing. If you believe, that's your business. If you don't, that's your business. And to prove that to you, in John 16, verse 29 to 31, it says, "Then Jesus' disciples said, 'Now you are speaking clearly and without figures of speech. Now we can see that you know all things and that you do not even need to have anyone ask you questions. This makes us believe that you came from God.'" Verse 31 says, "You believe at last," Jesus answered. See? He didn't even say, "Oh, I've been trying to tell you. I saw you didn't believe in me." No, Jesus knew they didn't believe in him. But that didn't stop him from being the best version of himself. That didn't stop him from going to, isolating himself sometimes to pray and fulfill the assignment upon his life. Be the best version of yourself, knowing that God is clapping for you and he's paving the way for you. So don't be discouraged, okay? Make sure you believe in yourself and face that fear. So this coming week, make sure you step out and do something. That thing that you're supposed to be doing. Write that book, start drafting it, start writing that song. Just step out in faith. It won't be perfect the first time, but it's okay. Just do it. You don't know what God has in store for you until you step out and try. So thank you so much for hanging with me today. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at LazyMomba23 and follow my Facebook page. It's been changed to Life and Living now because yeah. So make sure you tune in from the next one. See you in the next one, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with your girl. Bye.